Hi, my name is Scott Agena, and today I'm going to talk about the Community DJ project. So during this presentation, I'm going to take you through what Community DJ is, what it's going to solve, and the motivation behind it, as well as how it'll work, any costs associated with it, the estimated timeline, and then I'll take you through the initial game plan of how this app would work. So picture this, you're at a housewarming party and you're in charge of music, but there's a bunch of different people there and you really have just no idea what to play because everybody's into a huge variety of music. So what do you do? Well, the Community DJ app is the solution to this. And what it does is it allows people to access the app via their phone and they can kind of propose music and then vote on different choices that are available to determine like what the most popular choice is at the event. So, for example, a real life example of this would be my roommates and I. We have no idea what to play. I want one thing and my roommate wants another thing. What we can both do is we both open the app and we propose a song, and then everybody else at the event can vote on what they want, and then the song that gets the most votes will be the song that's played. And essentially, this is just to help find the middle ground and make sure that the most people are happy with what's being played. So, like I said, the reason for this is it helps you find out what the most desired song choice is, and it also helps eliminate the need to swap devices in and out. So if you're using like an aux cord or something, you don't have to constantly unplug and plug in phones depending on who's playing music. With the Community DJ app, you'll be able to just vote on the songs, so it completely eliminates the need to swap stuff out. And it also allows you to kind of adapt with the mood of the crowd. So just as like the night goes on or whatever you're at, as the event goes on, depending on how people's mood changes, you can adjust to that. So how would this work? Essentially what it is there would be one host who pretty much opens up a lobby, and then everybody else would connect to the one host. So it would be a bunch of clients connected to the host via the app. And this is kind of like a small picture of it. When you look at the large picture, how it works is, so you have the clients connecting to the host, and the host is the one that's actually hooked up to the speakers. So with this project, there aren't that many costs. The two biggest ones is going to be the music subscription, which will vary depending on what you use. So for example, if you use Apple Music, that costs about $10 a month. If you use Spotify with a student discount, that's about $5 a month. And then if you just use YouTube, that's free. And then on here also you'll see that for speakers with Bluetooth compatibility, I found some that are $15 on Amazon that would work for this project as far as testing and developing. So here is a projected timeline. So as you can see, kind of the first three tasks can all be done alongside each other. So the first thing is obtaining the music subscription, and that's obviously going to take maybe like 10 minutes depending on what you do. Next would be acquiring the speakers. And the speakers you don't need immediately, because obviously you got to start code development first, but then the code development I estimate to take about 2 weeks, probably based on like previous experience with different app design stuff that I've done. And then testing, once everything's done, hopefully that only takes about 3 days or so. Fixing bugs, another 3 days. And then actually producing the app and getting it into a state where it's ready to go out onto whatever platform we use. Take another 2 days maybe. Then here's another breakdown of the time. So initially, what I was thinking is this app would run, we'd open this up for the Android store, and I would develop this using Java because I have previous experience with Java. And like I said earlier, we would utilize one of the music streaming services. So initially, the plan would call for just support through one. Right now, we're leaning towards YouTube because it has an open API and it's free, so that would help lower costs. And then within the app, how it would work is, like I said, the clients would connect to a host. So you would pick like a lobby, and then each person could put forward a song recommendation. And then after they recommend a song, they then have the opportunity to vote for something else. So if there are 10 people there, let's say 2 people want to propose songs, everyone else gets a vote, so you can have up to 10 votes. And obviously this will vary depending on how many people are there. So future plan for this would be to open it up to the iOS market so iPhones can use this as well, being that the iPhone market is huge. And then also build more support for the different streaming services. That way it would open up the music capability, because I know like Spotify doesn't have access to everything, and then it just depends on really what type of music you're listening to. And then the next thing to do, if we're looking at a more like global perspective, would be to make it to where you can kind of connect to like a public playlist. So I could be in Virginia and access somebody's lobby in California and then vote with whoever else is there. Kind of just have like a global playlist. So in summary, the Community DJ app is just an app that lets you propose and then vote on songs. And one of the reasons that this would be great is it will eliminate the need to switch out devices, and it's something that everybody can participate in, and it helps ensure that like whatever event you're at, the most desired songs are the ones that are actually being played. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to message me or anything, and have a great day.